pack up your helicopters and bring out your even bigger helicopters, because this summer, the copters are in the sky. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Monster the Ravaging, a Gothic punk chronicle of terror. My name is Philip, and I am the storyteller of this game, coming to you live from a helicopter. And I am joined by the baddest monsters in the city of New York circa 1994. Say, we don't even care if you have a good evening or not, monsters.
We don't even care if you have a good evening or not.
I thought it was 1997.
I am so sorry. It's 94.
I want you guys to know.
I know.
That 97 and 94 are two very different eras.
I'm well aware, but I am here to say
I remember.
It's been 94. It's been 94 the whole time.
It's 94. Okay.
I don't know.
You.
I don't know what else to say. It is 94. It's been 94. And
so I'm in a chat room and I don't yet have an AOL. Is what
that
you're
is
telling me.
that like yeah, guys. Look, summary, chapter 1, New York City, 1994. It says it right there.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. My bad.
One thing that might be confusing matters is that Truman Graves is a little ahead of the curve when it comes to technology.
It's facts.
But it is that. Well, thank you all for being here tonight. I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and grateful we can all be together. I do want to talk a little bit, though, about the just like terrible real world loss that we have suffered kind of in our channel community, and everyone in this game is like directly affected by, which is Vonda, who played in so many of our ongoing games and one shots, and with Ka and me and Jed, in fact, off stream for years. Jed and I and Vonda were actually in a game, the very first D&D game I was ever in together at Emerald Knights. Vonda passed away this week, which was sudden and so unexpected and so terrible, and we are all, we're very devastated by that. This game on some level is going to be hard for me to continue because Vonda actually requested this game as the follow-up. Like, when we signed off on our last night of Here Be Dragons, Vonda was like, can we please do like a monster thing or a Halloween thing? And I texted her and was like, what if we do a, Vampire the Masquerade? She's like, great. We even sort of started building her character. We had it all set up. And then she said, I can't make it to the first one, don't feel well. And then she, was giving me reports after that, and things happened that fast. And it is so sad and so terrible, and we'll be remembering her in a lot of different ways over the course of all of our games. I don't really know what to say, honestly. It's just like kind of, saddest kind of thing that can be. But this one is especially, I think, sort of because so many of the Here Be Dragons players are here, and then Ka, who played with Vonda in both Murder by Murder and Grey in the Dark, and multiple things off stream, including one of his own games that he ran for Vonda, where I played a suit of armor. And yeah,
that was a fun one.
Very fun times. So yeah, it was. It's just a lot to kind of process and take in. So we're gonna play this game, still, but I mean, the fact that we're playing this game is Vonda's influence, just like already right there. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's it's the kind of thing. These things go on. So yeah, it's very the things people do, requests they make, little ideas they have, just kind of ripple effect and echo, and now we're all in helicopters. So.
And she would love each and every minute of this game.
It is. Yeah. She would love it so much, which is both great and so sad. Just because this is so up her alley. She was so she really liked it when I think I might even said this on stream when I texted all the players, for their initial round of this, and I actually might not have texted this to you because by the time helicopters had just become so much more important. But I think I think I did text this. I texted everyone. I need to know your sort of like your legacy, the kind of monster you're going to be. I need to know the area of influence you want to be dominating the human world, and I want to know what your leather clothing is. And Vonda really thought that was funny. Vonda was very amused by the leather question. So we will carry on with this. And this game is of course very silly and and has been a lot of fun. I don't want to say more fun than I thought, because it's not like I wasn't expecting it to be fun, but it kind of is more fun than I was expecting. It's a little bit. This one's got a little more. I'm going to say fun. I think this game has a lot more juice than I was ready for. This game has kind of got there's a lot more to this. There's mechanically
this game
and
has gone global. It's gone global
because
as of last
oh my
week.
god,
all the way to the
excellent
bottom.
segue. This goes all the way to the bottom. Let's just go
Real quick,
ahead.
I'm gonna light a candle. I'm gonna light Vonda's
yes.
favorite secret candle.
Oh yes.
I have the Blackhound Tavern one, and she loved that one, so I'm gonna light it.
Absolutely.
For our girl Vonda, we love you.
Yes.
Got a drink out for her.
I have tea. Because Vonda was
I have a tea.
I cannot tell you how many boxes of tea Vonda brought me over the years. Just like, here's some tea. One time she's like, I got too much tea at Ross because it was really cheap. Here's some tea.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so absolutely. Blackhound Tavern. That's a good one. So in our last game, Cod, this will be a catch up for you. We basically said you guys made it back to the city. Gaius immediately went out to, deals with some business and his energy business and, the fallout in the stock market and all of that stuff. But Truman basically... Oh, and I guess I should say that both the Countess through Deputy Fraser and Johnny just put out calls of every possible, thing, like, be on the lookout for this guy, because we really think someone in, kind of tattered clothing will be coming to the city or is already here. But Truman had a different focus, different interest in the situation, which is that Truman only had eyes for Luca Saint Delacroix, the arcane gunfighter from the Swiss canton of Zug. And after, I believe was it 7? Did you score 7 successes? Is that what led to the thing?
It was 7 successes.
He scored 7 successes, which basically I said, all right, we're gonna give you a lot of info. And he basically then brought Johnny and the Countess in for a major info dump. I'm going to say, Gaius, that he emailed a copy of this to Jeanette. Yeah. Is that the name of your... What's the name of your secretary, canonically? Janine.
From Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. So he emailed a bunch of this to Janine, so she probably printed this out. It took about 20 minutes, but we'll say that by the time the game happens, you'll have all this intel. Luca was trained by the Rosicrucian Hammers, but she killed a couple of them and parted ways and now works as a mercenary. Though she still sometimes works for other Hammer orders, she does not work for the Rosicrucians, so that either plays into or plays against Johnny's certainty that the Rosicrucians are up to this, based on the rose that you said a source who you can't name because he might not know what a rose is, said there was a guy with a rose who walked into the church. However, she also works for witches, wealthy humans, and even monsters, and this is the bombshell. Truman found evidence that she has worked for the Clockwork Menagerie of Interlaken in Switzerland, the Chocolate Menagerie of Atlanta. Chocolate Menagerie was originally going to be one of the Swiss ones, but then Jed said, wouldn't that be Atlanta? And I said, okay, sure. But not only that, she has worked for the Nethermost Committee of the Under Menagerie. That is a super top secret, but he found photos and evidence of it. Because this leads him to the real rabbit hole. He brought up Madrid, and you, Gaius, already know all about Madrid. As soon as he brought up Madrid, I believe Countess immediately slapped him across the face.
Yeah.
And said,
Yeah.
or started shaking him and was like, Madrid is done, Madrid is done. But then they had a real argument about you sit down, no, you sit down. They both sat down. And Truman sort of, so as you know, Gaius, Madrid went under. The Madrid Menagerie, El Oso y Medrono Menagerie in Madrid, they went under. And there's always been
The
rumors,
menagerie, not the city itself.
Not the city itself.
No, that's what kept the city from going under.
Exactly.
Was the menagerie had to go under.
Exactly. So basically, there have been rumors that Truman is now very certain of that the Nethermost Committee of the Under Menagerie orchestrated the end of Madrid because they weren't giving enough sort of loyalty to the underbosses. They weren't paying it down as they should. But Truman has seen that Luca Saint Delacroix herself did the hit on the head of the menagerie, which then led to a fight where witches got all involved and backed both sides. They completely wiped themselves out, at which point, very controversially, the Nethermost Committee installed outsiders, including someone named Lazareth, who served on that committee for a while, and now he's been demoted, which to you guys means promoted, because it's evil, so up is down. He got demoted to now working directly for them, so kind of he was a rising star. Of course, this led to another bombshell, because Countess does know Lazarus. They were both made by the same notorious shadow and gaze monster, who's a member of that Nethermost Committee, Mr. Tweed. The problem that Countess has is that he's really been favoring Lazarus this whole time, not the Countess.
That's when we met, right?
That's the guy we met. All of you but Countess met. Yes, Johnny, right?
I'm just curious now, is if we're sure his name is Lazarus and not Lazarus and he's just from Barcelona?
Guys, it goes so deep. It goes all the way to the bottom.
Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus. The point
De
being...
la Barcelona.
Is it Catalan? Yeah. So the point is, that got a pfft from Sophia, by the way.
Yeah.
The point being, things got crazy. Johnny wasn't totally buying this. Unlike Madrid, you guys pay your tributes. Until tonight, you'd been in good standing. Why would they want New York? Why would they want the headache? Something doesn't feel right about this. Truman was so, and basically he sort of said, whatever's going on, whether this is a trap to get us out, or whether there's a problem and they're going to blame us for something they caused, whatever's going on, we have to shut down this ravaging. We have to capture this guy. Truman, realizing that he was right, let loose a howl of rage and shot up his own computer system, thus causing an act of true destruction to something he cared about. And he got all of his monstrous rage out. So yay for him.
Yeah.
At this point, however, everyone was so heightened by these revelations that Johnny developed the legacy of his heightened senses where he could smell really well. Countess, with her jealousy of Lazarus, gained yet another shadow and gaze legacy so that she is able to travel through shadow. And Truman, because of having seen the impressive ability of Luca Delacroix, chose to gain a legacy that I only allowed because he'd seen someone using magic bullets. He basically could envenom the strike, but it's sort of more like envenom the bullet or empower the bullet. He can basically take rage to make his bullets deal true damage for a round. Which is,
I see.
not nothing.
Did we say it's kind of the magic that encrusted my mask? It's kind of
Oh
kind
yeah.
of learned how to channel that a little bit.
That's a great reason, because we did say there are some sigils on your mask. So yeah. So the point being, with all of this, Johnny went up and kind of breathed into the city, and he feels like he catches a whiff of that person, though he thinks he's once again reverted to human form, but he thinks he's on the move in the wind. So there was some discussion of, are you all just going to take your own helicopters back out into the city? What happens next? Only time will tell. But with that, I'm going to take one more sip from this retro Batman mug.
Adam West Batman.
I think it's even it's just like oldest school comic book
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh,
Yeah.
even before
Yeah.
this.
It's very much meme Batman.
Yeah, yes,
like,
yeah. Very
Yeah.
neat, yeah. So with that, with the Lords of the Low, yet another moniker for the Under Menagerie, and the Netherboth Council, we will begin Chapter 6 of this Chronicle of Gothic Punk Terror. And how does it begin? With the motherfucking helicopter. As Gaius's helicopter returns to the headquarters. Gaius, you've read this report, so you are up to speed, at least on the Madrid theory of it all. You are welcome to throw that out there. Also, before we begin, just did you pick a new legacy?
I did.
What did you
Evasive.
pick? Evasive. Evasive is a great one.
Not taking any fucking damage, so I have no combat skills
Just
whatsoever.
avoiding. Just become very evasive. If you choose to dodge the attack, you can cancel 3 points of damage instead of 1. It's a great one. Can really save. It can save a life. But with that, as he lands, Johnny, you're up there. You're breathing in. We'll say that Countess and Truman, you guys have kind of walked up as you hear the other helicopter coming. So once again, all 4 monsters on their rooftop.
Not sure how far away he is, or how fresh the scent is, but he's here.
In the city?
Yeah, not deep.
Is he in Manhattan? I do not want to leave Manhattan again tonight.
Oh,
Seems to be the case. Alright.
hard to tell, but I mean, if we want to each take our helicopters, we could patrol the different boroughs. I have my people on the ground looking for any signs. But we could each take a different borough.
Is this my building's helipad, or is it the Menagerie?
This is the
helipad?
Menagerie helipad. You just flew. You just went pad to pad, baby. You just went from your headquarters helipad to this helipad. I will say that the Empire Menagerie must have one of the largest helipads in the city.
Because it has to accept multiple helicopters.
There are so many helicopters.
Or
up here.
helipads.
Maybe they're tiered. Maybe Harrison's like, you know.
Like a parking garage in
Yeah.
Korea.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, it's
That just
the
rotates?
car vending machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume my helicopter rides with my backup.
Yes, you are handed various tech that you may now use. You know, you've lost your data and your carefully stuff, but you know, yeah.
Feeling better now.
No one has rage right now, right?
Nope.
No.
No.
Nice. Let's try to change that. Actually,
I'm gonna tell everybody something,
please.
and that was the Countess was privy to a meeting in Washington D.C. where Vice President Al Gore presented the Climate Change Act, and that perhaps we should think about carpooling in each other's helicopters.
Huh?
It
No,
turns
no, no.
out
Don't
Guys,
worry.
so
Don't worry.
against all of this?
Do not worry about that. Don't worry about the climate. It's fine. The climate is absolutely fine. You have many
I
more
understand.
years of
The climate's
life.
changing
Don't
all
worry.
the time. They're called seasons.
Of course.
I want you to know that I'm the one who put up Gore, okay? And I'm pretty sure he's going to be president
Is it-
very soon.
Was it just a blood thing? Was his last name sort of just misleading to you?
Of course.
Is he one of us?
He? Or is he a different menagerie?
I'm not at liberty to speak of it.
Huh.
But we will have a friend in the White House before long. I guarantee it.
Well,
Oh,
Countess,
he's
if you
not
wanna-
one of the lizard folk, is he? The lizard people?
Oh,
Wait, are we talking about Al Gore? That fucker. He keeps saying he invented the internet. It's just bullshit. Everyone knows I did that.
Truman, everyone knows you invented the internet, okay? Al Gore will
Thank
never
you.
take that from you.
Anyway.
Thank you.
All
Well,
right.
I guess then we're not carpooling. Is the whole point.
Nah. Don't worry about it.
mean, you
It's
can ride
it's
with
a
me,
better idea if
Countess,
we
to
just
make
spread
you feel
out
better.
and try to cover as much ground as possible.
I called Brooklyn. There's some hot artists in a new town called Williamsburg
Yeah.
that I'm going to go have sex with after I
So-
investigate the borough.
Didn't you literally
okay.
just say you're not leaving Manhattan again tonight?
But then again,
She has exceptions, it seems.
Well, Brooklyn's different.
All right,
Brooklyn's different.
so we need someone to do Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan. I don't think we need to worry about Long Island.
Staten
It's
Island.
not a borough.
Staten Island. Staten Island's one of the boroughs.
And then.
I'm definitely not going to Staten Island.
Oh my god, I'm putting this monster in Staten Island. Oh my god, I'm doing it so bad.
Oh no.
Actually, let's roll for which borough he's in. I'm gonna know this, and none of you will.
God, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in descending order of population.
You're going to Brooklyn.
I'm pretty sure I know this by heart, and if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter because I have it in my head. Okay. In any case, before anyone gets into a helicopter, Truman, you ask the staff to keep an eye on something, but you also hear it coming across the sky. Another helicopter is coming, a helicopter you saw earlier tonight. It is the helicopter of Lazareth.
Oh,
Lazarus.
They said that he just said he's coming here for an update. Now, Truman,
Yep.
you asked the staff. I didn't mention this. I should have. You asked the staff to set things up so that you could trap him in the building potentially.
Yes.
They have started doing that. I'll tell you what, Truman. We're going to give you a retroactive roll on that point. I would like for you to give me... You don't have leadership. This really would be leadership. I'm sorry. But I will let you use your... Nope, that's also... Well, just roll 2 dice there. It's going to be intelligence leadership. Just roll 2 and see what happens. Oh, wait, no.
I have 3 in intelligence.
You have 3 intelligence. Sorry, yes. Better.
Not quite a people person there, huh, Truman?
Shut up. Yes. That's 2.
2 successes. Wonderful.
Whoa.
I'm great with people. How dare you?
On 3 dice, 2 successes is fantastic. They are in the process of setting it up, but they would probably need you to stall for time. And then you'd have to get... It's like you can't just, send him into a room and it'll happen immediately. You can just stall for time and then send him into a room. So that if you do want to try to trap this guy, you guys need to decide right now if you're doing that, they will set it up and you're going to have to, convince him of going some places and going to a place where you'll trap him.
Understood.
Just a question.
Sure, Johnny.
For our storyteller. Because I'm sure we would know this. What's the consequences of attacking someone from the Under Menagerie?
Here's the
Good
thing.
question. It's a good question.
You should only do it if you wind up demonstrating that he either was working against the Under Menagerie, or you can spin it that it's in the interest of the Under Menagerie for you to have
monsters
done
are
it.
just that type of people.
Excellent.
You will only get in trouble if it isn't somehow in their interest.
We're just making sure it's not a Bethesda game where he's marked as essential and we can't do anything to touch him.
I don't know what that means, but
So he isn't. Okay.
he
good.
is not marked as that. No.
Well, it's good because we have all of that evidence that you found, Truman, to back this
None
up.
of it is damning, nor is it in the interest of the Under Menagerie.
Something about this makes me feel, I don't know, my intuition, we don't have any evidence. My intuition is that Lazarus is working on his own ambitions, that this is not from the Under Menagerie. This is
I got
from
an
him.
idea. I got an idea. We put him in a room. We, set it up as him being locked, but we just say it's maintenance issues to keep him in the room somehow. Panic room type thing, right?
Quick question, guys. If at any point any of us were in that situation, do you think maintenance issues would keep us in that room?
I would burn it to the fucking ground.
I mean, I'd be sorry.
Well,
Don't worry
let
about
me, before it doesn't become an option anymore, I just want to ask, could we just have Harrison shoot him out of the sky right now?
Countess?
A very good
You have
question,
missiles.
Countess. I would love for you to make... Ooh, what should I have this be? Countess? Oh, you don't have lore either. Gaius remains the only person with lore knowledge. So, Countess, I'm going to say that for
don't.
you...
I live in
It's
the
Johnny.
moment.
I understand.
Just
Countess,
Johnny has the more knowledge, not me.
let's just say... Oh, sorry, Johnny, not even Gaius has lore. Oh my god, no one has lore. All right, Countess,
That's how you know I'm from the streets.
I'm going to... This is... what makes sense here isn't a lot, because this really won't be culture. I'm gonna have this will be this is really intelligence, not wits, and it's analyzed. That's 2 dice. I'm gonna give you a bonus die, however, because this is about like your sort of your legacy, your
You're
lineage.
giving me 3 dice.
You get 3 dice. So roll 3 d10s, and you're looking for 8s, 9s, or those precious 10s.
I got 2 8s.
You got 2 8s. With 2 8s, Countess, as much as it pains you to admit, Lazarus is very good at the things he's good at. And that shadow step, that thing that you just now think you might be good enough to try to use, that move in shadow, he is an expert of.
Okay.
Like the legends about like vampires turning into bats, it's more them just like riding on the shadow, you know, although maybe some turn to bats. Also, you're not vampires. You're these other things that inspired the idea of vampires. So like, don't even say vampires. The point being,
All right.
you suspect that if you shot that out of the sky, he would shadow step just anywhere, and that is not a good way to try to kill him.
Can I
Yes.
shadow step into his helicopter
You could shadow step into his helicopter.
and have a conversation with him?
Absolutely, you could.
I would suggest. I
He's
think
my brother, after all.
Yeah.
Right. That's right. I forgot that.
I think we don't trap him yet. I think
All
first priority is stop the ravaging. Second priority.
We think Lazarus knows where this thing is, though, right?
Don't worry. Okay.
You
if
are
we're
not
to
gonna
it.
do that, if
No.
you need me to stall him, I can do that. I'm a better people person. I can.
Yeah. And it's
We can go on some debates or something like that. Something to stall him for time.
at least then it'd be nice to at least see him face to face. See if we can just sort of pick up a lie, sniff it out.
I'm gonna go invite him for a drink.
Okay. So you're gonna let him. You're gonna have him land, and you're not gonna tell them to like. They will continue working on their trap, but they're not doing it as if they're about to spring.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna shadow step or whatever it is.
Oh, you're gonna
into-
move into his thing. I love it. All
Yeah, I'm gonna
right.
go in his helicopter and say hello and invite him to come join us for a drink.
All right. So go
Like the
ahead
power move.
and spend 1 willpower,
Mm.
and you get to roll 6 dice.
Ooh.
And you theoretically could bring other creatures with you by scoring more successes, but I think in this case you're sort of just going alone. So
Yes.
All right. So Truman, if you need your men to lock the room, make a little passcode, and while I'm talking with them, I'll say it in a voice to have them sabotage the room to keep us trapped in there somehow.
You should,
Mm,
you should
okay.
make sure it's a room that has lots of bright lighting, given his ability to teleport through shadows.
Good idea.
question. Does anyone remember if Lazarus was just fancy or did he have an English accent? I feel like he had an English accent.
He definitely
Well,
had an
we know
accent.
he's from England, so go ahead and make him have an English accent, right? He went from we had him go from England to run Madrid.
We said he was in England? Cool.
Yeah.
All
He
right.
did say that. Yeah.
Oh wait, which English accent? Is it Cockney?
If it's one thing, it's not Cockney. All right, so whatever it is, it ain't Cockney.
Is he from Hull?
Yeah. My name's Lazarus. I'm from Liverpool.
Give him a Scottish accent.
I've got a
maybe?
Scouse accent. Got to go take a bath. They say blood is all you need. All you need is blood. Da, 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 da. I always liked the Beatles. I thought it was about beating people. Countess, how did we do?
I got 2 8s and a 9.
2 8s and a 9. Great. So theoretically, you could take some friends with you, but since you're going solo, I'll say the extra successes just involve you like, kind of just like you even sort of surprise him as you just kind of suddenly appear in a chair next to him, and he's sort of sitting there, and he sort of looks over.
And I have 2 martinis in my hand.
Yes. Tell you what, the 2 successes mean you don't spill a drop.
Thank
He sort of looks at you and
you.
says,
It's a bloody martini for you.
I appreciate the gesture, Countess. I missed you
Well,
earlier. When you didn't arrive, I was wondering what could be so pressing you didn't care about an emergency situation.
Oh, I love that you assume that I don't care.
Well, I figure
Putting
if you
feelings into my actions is not something that I appreciate.
simply put, Countess, if you cared, wouldn't you be a little farther along in your life? Like me. And he gestures to his fancy little, like, rose on his lapel, indicating he's a member of the Under Menagerie.
I find that I can help more in the day-to-day of human-to-human contact.
Of course. And I do know you love your little pictures, your, the doodles that you sell. Very interesting.
Humans are so creative. They're capable of so much expression.
Yes. I especially love the expressions as they die. In any case...
Now. Now. We're not going to have another Madrid, are we? And she takes a...
All right. Countess, that's good. Let's... I'm not even going to make you roll anything on that, but he's... Oh, so instead what I'd like you to do is give me... Ooh, you have a few dice in this. Give me a Wits and Detect Vibe. That is 4 dice in total, as you sort of try to take the read of his reaction. I'm going to let him roll a sort of, a deceive, but I'm going to give him a penalty because you caught him unawares. The last thing he's thought you were going to be bringing up is Madrid. I mean, he wants to grab you and shake you. Madrid is done. It's done. All right, so go ahead and roll your thing.
2 8s.
Ooh.
2 8s.
And 2 4s, which add up to 8. Does that count?
Sadly, no, but I'm here to report that on 5 dice, he has no successes.
Huh.
Hit a sore spot, did we?
You notice he has a weird reaction. I'm going to take this a step further. I hope this doesn't cause problems for you all.
Does he gain a rage?
I'm going to give him a rage roll, a composure.
Oh boy.
He succeeds and does not take more rage. But
When she says Madrid, she boops him on the nose.
oof.
Is that an extra rage chance?
I should have given it a penalty, but it's fine. Why?
Anyway,
Why on
I
earth
think
are
we
you...
have more pressing matters to discuss, don't you, brother?
I certainly do, and it appears that you and your friends did not have success outside the city. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, then yes, I would think that you, more than I, would need to be focused on the matter at hand. Because ancient history in Madrid I don't think it's a similar situation. You're not on the verge of a civil war amongst yourselves, are you?
Of course not, brother. But it seems like you might know the whereabouts of this monster who breached his rage and could share some information.
So you're admitting that you need the assistance of the Under Menagerie. You're admitting that you can't handle the situation yourself.
I'm admitting that you're wearing it like a cheap suit on your face, that you know which burrow this creature is in.
At this point, the helicopter lands.
Shall we have a drink?
Oh, I think one with you is far more than enough. And given the change in our relative stations, I would be more comfortable with you referring to me as your cousin. Distant cousin. And he gets out.
The Countess is fuming.
Cool! Make a composure roll.
No.
How many dice is that?
For you, you get 3 dice on this.
Okay.
But you do have managed the anger, so you have the ability to not take the rage if you think it just costs you some willpower. But go ahead, let's see if you can get a success.
No success.
Then, you may either take the rage, which gives you a mechanical benefit, and it's +1 die to every roll, But if you ever roll a 1 or a 10 on that extra die, it's a disaster. Or you can spend 1 willpower and bury the rage, not let him get to you.
I'm gonna bury the rage.
Understood. I love it. So click yourself
think
off.
that's-
Spend
Yeah.
1 more willpower and just...
So, question: do we have a? Does Lazarus has a last name that we know of?
You do not
Or
know
is
of
just
a last name
Lazarus?
for Lazarus.
All right.
Nazareth? Lazarus of Nazareth.
No.
Latherith.
I'll summon some. What is it? Some of the help to. No, not that summon the help. Summon the help of the building. To attend to Lazarus.
Not cool, not frogmen. He sort of steps out of it and kind of moves to you all and says,
Welcome, Mr. Lazarus.
"Well, it appears my sister, my distant cousin rather, has indicated that you need our assistance. Is that the
No, of course
official
not.
position of the Empire
course not.
Menagerie?
Of course not. We have it under control.
Do
You're
you?
related.
We share a, let me phrase it like this. We share a creator. She is a first draft and I'm a more finished product. Yes, shall we
But
discuss?
you're so much older than her.
Very well.
Countess is doing one
So
of
I
these
am.
things.
All right. We have a room. We have a little meeting room prepared for our
Perfect.
discussions. I shall attend.
So, you go back into your normal meeting room, or are you going into a different room, Gaius?
A very fine meeting room with I'd set up for myself. Fine mahogany, everything out there.
Because you've already
Fine.
met with him in one of your meeting rooms, but is it...
Oh, I've got another one, of course.
You're taking him to a different meeting.
Just for my own personal meetings.
You're taking him
Yeah,
to
with
your...
my
So
energy.
Guy's taking his own meeting room in the building. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Fine
And this is
bourbons and
1994, where
wines
I'm
and stuff
getting,
like that.
I'm getting polo vibes. Not Ralph Lauren, specifically polo vibes.
As
From the
in-
mahogany room.
It has.
It might be.
It's also just
might
a
be
horse in the corner.
Hilfiger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hilfiger newish then, I think. It might have been Tommy.
Oh yeah, it was.
All I know is the centerpiece of my meeting room is an aquarium. Not an aquarium. What do you call it? Yeah, aquarium.
Aquarium, yeah.
With a great amount of fish in there. Which of
It's like a
course is
whole
good.
wall, right?
Yeah, a whole wall. Fine
Yeah.
aquarium.
He sort of kind of walks up to it and looks at it for a moment and says, "Oh, it seems you're all really living the high life here in the Empire Menagerie."
We have to have a place for our people we meet with to be comfortable, right? Here, have a seat. It is a very comfortable leather chair, whatnot.
He instead goes to the head of the table. So,
Very well.
give me your report on your failure to capture the
Lazarus.
Ravaging monster. Yes, Countess.
I just want to be really clear.
Mm-hmm.
You are choosing interpersonal politics over solving a problem.
Hold on.
When
Countess?
we know you have information.
Hold on, Countess. Let's simmer. Let's let the rage simmer down, and we'll let us talk about the current situation. And
Fine. Talk.
we have our boots on the ground, finding this monster.
Yes, but you had him in your grasp, is that correct? Have I been led to understand this correctly? You had your
Have you
hands on
been
him.
led to understand this?
Who told you?
Who told you?
I'm asking.
Where did this information come from? We kind of.
You must know we have sources within your organizations. Dutiful soldiers who report to us. From your staff. That's
Okay,
it's not a
Very well.
secret.
reasonable.
I immediately start checking.
Oh, shit.
Harrison
Uh-huh.
Communications.
Okay.
She's the only one with us there.
Okay, absolutely. You can do a hack on that baby. Give me a tech skill plus intelligence. It's 8 dice.
Ooh.
Going big. He's going big here.
The Chinese food I ordered during the argument about Madrid between Truman and the Countess. Has that arrived yet?
It's here.
Yeah.
Someone has had that like outside, just handed that to you.
Yeah, and then I'll just start spreading it out on the meeting table.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. I had to spend 1 willpower, but I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Oh, and you know you can reroll 5 without spending willpower because it's your tech. You already did that.
I did that as well.
Had to do it. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
With 3 successes, you are confident that I'll phrase it like this: unless Harrison is a tech wizard genius, he did not send any such communications. Other than the standard ones of like coming in, like one of the council members is unconscious, kind of standard stuff. So you do not believe Harrison said anything. That being said, you guys were talking all about this in various halls, and you were screaming very loudly, all about what happened. So it is the idea that someone around here heard. If you would like to, Truman, this would be a more involved thing because it's a lot of logs, and you just destroyed other stuff. You could start going through all the logs of everything to find out.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay,
I will
but
do that.
we're gonna roll that later as what everybody's chatting about with the other guy.
So, let me try to. So I want to use my manipulation and deceive to. Here's how I'm gonna spin it. We gave that information in order to convince Lazarus to come over here, so we need to discuss other things.
Oh, okay, I like that. So that would be exactly. Use those too.
All right. So
Manipulate and deceive. That's exactly what it is.
9.
Oh, I don't think I quite realized. Yeah, you should have him do this. He has 9 dice for that.
Yep.
When he's lying, he gets 9 dice.
I like it.
I'll just.
I'm a talker.
Yeah.
I'll just spread out. Just be laying stuff out, and I'm just. So I took the order. I didn't know what your order would be, Lazarus, but I just ordered everyone's usual. And I'm gonna put my feet up on the table, lean back, and start eating an egg roll as I look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. 9 dice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. 2 successes, but I'm going to use 1 willpower.
Reroll 3. Yeah, sounds good.
One of them was a 10.
Yay!
So that's 3 successes so far. 3 successes.
3 successes. It's not bad. He'll you basically convey to him that you have other matters to discuss. And with the 3 successes, I'm going to let him roll a No, man. The dice I brought to Dallas must not be good D10s. Not behaving. He
Sound like really good D10s.
Or from another perspective, the best D10s. He does not seem to know. He does not seem to know that you are sort of lying specifically, so he ends this moment intrigued. He kind of ignores Johnny's provocations with the food and instead says, "Well, I'm here. So yes."
What do we need to do?
Tell me that your failure is not a failure, because the longer this goes on, the bigger a problem this is. Not just for you, for all of us. The Empire Menagerie wants to see you succeed, and we're so disappointed this happened on your watch, and you failed to obtain this creature seemingly. Can you give me the details? Where did you encounter it? What happened? I have sketchy reports of, Yes.
No. You finish his dialogue, and then I'll talk about what I'm doing during the dialogue.
We have sketchy reports that missiles discharged in a state park, and one of you being injured. Though, as he kind of looks around and says, "Oh yes, I see it. Your mask has been broken. Mr. Graves, and your... Oh, your wounds have healed, but you're hurt deeper. Burned and singed. What the hell happened out there?
So, question. I want to detect his vibe to know if he's trying to pull a fast one on us. Something
Go for it.
like that. So, which one is that? Detect vibe and which one?
I would say that is probably wits, but you can pitch me on something else since I know that's not great for you. I don't think it's manipulation.
I don't think it's manipulation.
Or,
but
yeah.
Charisma and wits are both the same, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's just do that. That's fine.
I would also like to do that for because that's where my whole plan is to sit back and just watch.
Absolutely.
This conversation.
Also, give me a detect vibe, and yeah, I would say wits usually, but if you'd like to use like charisma, or you want to 2 8s.
Okay.
Great. All right, that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
Is he better at lying than he is at detecting lies?
He actually he is. he just rolled really bad with Countess when and I gave him a penalty. He does not have a penalty for being mad right now. Johnny, how'd we do?
Well, that was 3 1s.
Ooh.
But it was also an 8 and a 10, which also exploded into another 8. So that's 3 successes.
3 successes. Gaius, this guy is too cool a customer. You're not getting anything. Johnny, I'll say that you don't know what his plan is. I'll say this, Johnny. When he's describing he has sketchy reports, you kind of believe that maybe he doesn't actually know the exact details. You don't know where his reports are coming from, but it seems like he's not, like, he may not know who you guys encountered out there.
All right, here's what's gonna do.
But Johnny, you're not 100% confident on that because I think with three things, this guy is very good. He's got a real poker face on.
Sure.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Gaius absolutely believes those witches are part of old money, very old money. So given the Rosicrucian belief that we have, Gaius is gonna try to convey an educated guess that this is Vatican. This is Templars. They interrupted us after we found the monster.
You have. He sort of stands
Here's
up.
the thing.
He
There
sort
were
of stands up and
witches-
closes the door, like make sure the door is closed. Proceed.
Here's what we know. There were witches that were holed up in a cabin marked by the Rosicrucians. And I could tell them straight up, they were old money, very old money, and the oldest money I know. It's something with Vatican backing, maybe one of the royal families, Habsburg, maybe.
So you're saying
Maybe even the Von Carlings. Who knows?
You're saying this was an old world European witch cult? Is what you found in the woods of upstate New York?
I don't know why they're here, but they have the power to do that. And I am not lying. I fully believe.
Yeah, he looks at you for a moment, and he, like, I think even whatever his thing is, he knows you're not lying. So he sits down. Did you get any names?
Who was that one, Truman, that you were having a gunfight with?
You having a gunfight with a witch?
No, they hired a mercenary.
Luca Saint Delacroix.
Oh wait, no, that face I made didn't happen. Let's see if it happened.
How good is he at hiding his?
Oh shit, he rolled 2 8s and a 10. And a 9. Sorry, that face didn't happen.
Ooh.
He doesn't even twitch. Although, I guess anyone, theoretically, you now know the target, anyone could roll a detect vibe and wits if they wanted to, because I'm sure you're all staring at his fucking face at that moment.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
That's all I'm here to do.
Yeah, I definitely want to roll a detect vibe on my bro.
Only one
Just
success,
one.
so probably I don't read him.
Same.
Man,
well,
sometimes I like the faces I make, but he can do this. He can keep his face, so we're saying he rolled it.
So, if it's
Well, I got a
French.
9 on my detect vibe.
A 9? 1 success?
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, did you also add your wits?
No. How many is that?
For you, wits would be 2 more. Roll 2 more dice. Well, yeah.
I got triple 9s.
3 9s.
Oh,
Yeah,
Damn.
out of
Excellent.
4 dice.
3 successes
Yeah.
on 4 dice is very good. Johnny, any
3
successes?
successes.
3 successes. Truman.
Just one.
So Truman and Gaius, you guys, you're hoping that would get a reaction. That gets no reaction. He got 4 successes, so I'm gonna say that Countess and Johnny, I'm gonna give it to you, even just being one below. You see the tiniest glimmer. You see recognition of the name. He doesn't give anything away. He doesn't like twitch or look upset the way I did, because we all know he is, but he doesn't show it. But Johnny and Countess, at least you know he knows the name. I mean, you kind of already knew what he.
so this French mercenary hitman leads me to believe it's, I don't know, maybe it's revolutionary from back then, or even before the revolution. Monastery, Versailles, somewhere around there. But either way, if they were provoking the monster they had on hand, they put true damage on this. I don't know if we know the mechanics, so we would call it true damage.
I think you often would, like, or yeah,
Right.
You'd say like, I took true harm. I was truly, yeah.
Right. They were trying to provoke this for whatever reason. So our
Which-
enemies, they're that powerful.
Did you kill the witches?
Yes.
All of them.
Didn't we send someone hunting after them afterwards? That one.
Oh, you might have. No, I think
One
I
got
think she kind of just got away. You guys were focused on the fight.
But yeah, yeah, all of them.
Go ahead and make a deception there, Johnny. You could use whatever attribute on top of it you want.
I'll go with charisma.
Yeah, that's good.
I legitimately know.
Willpower.
God, damn
So
it.
I know. So Ta knows that one of them escaped.
Yeah.
Does Gaius know that one escaped? Did
Guy-
you see that one?
Gaius knows, but we'll say that Johnny lies out for the group. So if he can do it, the rest of you, he doesn't read your faces or anything.
I rolled 8 dice effectively in this. I rolled 0 successes. I rolled so many 6s and 7s, it's unreal.
I'm so sorry. He looks at you and he knows that he knows some are alive. So he goes, "And what of the mercenary you were speaking of? Did you handle her?" He glances at Truman's mask again and kind of. What of the mercenary?
Yet. She will get what's coming to her.
I was so not expecting you guys to tell him all of this in this way.
To be honest, I was sort of expecting Johnny, the Countess, and Truman to be searching for this thing. I was supposed to be on my own,
Yeah.
distracting this fella.
Well,
So, how much does the Empire Menagerie know about this threat?
well, you have come to me with new information. We are always keeping tabs on certain hammers, but if you really think the Vatican, if you think it's that old of money, I would like to not apologize, as we expect excellence from monsters of your caliber, but my tone might have been overly harsh. I didn't quite realize what you were up against. No local menagerie. Not London, not Istanbul, not Tokyo could be expected to handle something like this on their own if these many players are already involved. If old world witches have allied with the Rosicrucians to bring about a ravaging, to somehow harness that power, I guess what I'm trying to say is, congratulations, this is no longer your problem. We'll be taking things from here. For now, go about your business. Try to keep your city calm. And be prepared to provide us with assistance if we call on it. But I'm going to be needing to bring in some bigger guns.
Wait.
The Countess breaks her martini glass in her hand.
Actually, yes, everyone but Johnny, make a rage roll.
Wait, was that the goal this whole time? Oh man. What is rage roll?
Unless you a composure roll rather. Unless you truly think that you would not be mad at this, but there is some insult behind this.
When we make a rage roll, where is that on our...
I'm so sorry, it's a composure roll. I always say rage roll because that's what it is to do the thing. So it's however many dice you have in composure. But Johnny, you don't have to.
Composure
1819.
1819.
Was it resolve and composure? Was that it?
I think no, you only get composure for these. Resolve is what you roll to for your act of destruction. Yeah, to get it back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
so Johnny and Countess, you guys take this insult.
Nope.
No successes?
No successes.
All right,
I
that
haven't
being said, sir, there is now a new thing that I've added for everyone to do.
Okay.
You can attempt to spend 3 willpower and make a resolve detect vibe roll right now. You may simply do that without performing an act of destruction. Basically, like you can use a lot of willpower to avoid it. Truman, did you score a success on this composure?
I had 1 success.
Okay, so yeah, so Gaius, this is really getting under your gills. So if you want to spend 3, you can make a resolve plus detect vibe. I don't know how good a thing that is for you.
That's pretty good.
Oh, actually, it is pretty good. 6 dice. So yeah, you can try that. It'll cost you 3 willpower, but you won't take a rage.
Oh well, use it or lose it, right? All right, so 6 dice to try.
6 dice to try it.
At least 2 successes.
2
so.
successes. Then great. You see like Gaius, like all of you feel insulted. You see Gaius and Countess. You may break the glass just for emphasis, of course. But you guys almost notice Gaius like really getting mad, but he backs off. Truman, what were you gonna say?
Have I gone through the call logs of the building at this point?
Go ahead and give me your tech prowess sphere plus your intelligence. That's 8 dice. However, I am going to give you a penalty because you're using your brand new tech and you're having to like update lots. You're having to like, I don't have this driver, so go ahead.
Windows updates? No, not now.
You'll get to roll. You're gonna roll 7 on that.
Wait, they don't have online updates anymore. Oh man. Damn it! This doesn't have a driver.
He's actually what he's really doing over there is he's plugging lots of
he's
like
coding up the drivers
plugging
himself
lots of like
manually.
disks and CD-ROMs in.
Cool.
2 successes. All right, with 2 successes, you actually wait. With 2 successes, it is a lot of data to go through. The problem is you don't have the recordings of it. Either someone turned it off or it wasn't on it. They used a line that didn't. You do notice 2 phone calls out of the building made to a number that is you're kind of like, it's kind of like an unknown number that is clearly some kind of international
Lazarus.
kind of, trunk line going to Lazarus. So somebody did call Lazarus, and it is in the timeline of what it was. You'd have to do some more kind of like offline sleuthing. It would have been it would have been directly after your Madrid rant sort of started. Or no, it would have been it would have been around when it started, not when it was finished. When it was starting,
okay.
Yes. Ooh, tell you what, go ahead and throw on a... Sorry, everyone. Give me a wits analyze on top of that.
Sure.
It's just you kind of try to put some pieces together.
So what I want to do
Yes.
is try to assure him that what I was not...
Let me use
what
a
I was,
willpower.
Yeah, what I was doing wasn't an excuse for why we can't handle it, but for the complications of why we're delayed in handling it. Because of course we have this on hand.
Okay, sure. Okay, so Gaius, you sort of can start doing that, but he sort of raises a hand. And Truman, as you sort of are thinking this through, kind of you're half hearing Gaius talking, you strongly suspect that the person probably didn't report any of that rant. They would have just been hearing everything you were talking about like witches and the place getting blown up, and they also might have overheard Harrison like saying like, I just expended a missile, load one of those missiles we don't, like they heard some of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So you don't think he knows, he probably wasn't reported that, although that somebody might have heard that later, but some staff member in here did call.
Okay. I just want to say, as he puts up that hand for Gaius, it's like, why do you, even with this old money, though we may have been caught off guard, we're more than capable of taking on this assignment that you've given us.
How did it go when you tried in the park? You were up against witches, international assassins. You came up fully empty-handed.
No, the point is we only had the resources facing with what we knew of. We have new information. We are prepared to handle this, even with the new powers that are arrayed against us.
Countess.
Think about it. You come in there to... Actually, Gaius has never fixed something in his life, probably. So imagine a handyman who brings a hammer to fix a hammer and nail, but he finds out there's only screws to deal with. Is it a failure to have to go back and get a screwdriver? Or a drill?
Based on my understanding of your analogy, yes, I think any handyman would already have a screwdriver on him at all times.
Are you kidding me?
Gaius is like, God, I just don't know from handymen. But he'll sort of
The real thing is, do you have time to wait for your reinforcements to come on? Why not give us 24 hours to handle this?
He hears you say that, but instead he turns to the Countess and says, Countess, I know you enjoy meddling in human affairs, but if you really want to show that you're worthy of the lineage we share, do you think you could handle this situation?
So, out of character,
Yes.
is it something that we want to do, is to advance to the Under Menagerie? Is that something that we want?
Kinda up to each individual person. Kind of, do ya? I don't know. Maybe you do,
So
maybe you don't.
my goal is I don't want them messing around with our shit. So that is the only reason. I don't want to advance. I just don't want them to mess around.
Right.
Because
you
I
don't
get
want
the
them
feeling this was
getting
the plan the whole
involved in your
time.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like the NYPD and the FBI is trying to steal our crime scene right now.
Very much the idea. But yeah, so with that context, Countess, it's up to you.
Okay, so the Countess is very competitive with her brother, who's really, how much older is he? A couple hundred
Yeah,
years
it's
older?
not that much. It's like he makes it a bigger deal. He loves to talk about the 1600s. Like, well, the 17th
Right.
century was. Oh, sorry,
on.
you're so young, you don't know.
Which generation are they?
They were both made by the same sire.
Oh, so the same generation. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
but just with hundreds of years separating.
Sure.
Yeah. So the Countess feels that competition, but she definitely wants him out of her shit. So
Sure.
wait, go back. What was your question again? Sorry, I went really off the rails.
He's basically just asking, like, do you actually think you know, with everything
Yes,
that's
of
been.
course we can handle it.
All right. Well, you brought Madrid up.
Just like
to
we've
me.
handled, and then she lists off all these other things that she's handled that maybe he hasn't handled that well, like old beef.
Well, unfortunately,
How long of a list is that?
it's things he hasn't handled well is unfortunately a short list. He's that irritating.
Yeah, she's like,
That time you
This is-
tripped. That time you mispronounced paella. And a third
this
thing.
This is a real Marvel scene right now.
But he just kind of stares at you and says, "It will take some time before reinforcements can arrive. You want 24 hours? No, you'll have until sunup.
well, good, because I was going to say we don't even need 24 hours. Go.
Good. One word of warning. If there are mercenaries involved who can do this," and he gestures to Truman, "I would avoid them like the plague. And if they wind up killing this ravaging monster, your priority needs to be to recover that body. Bring them in alive if you have to. But don't get too close to any mercenaries.
Naturally.
Wouldn't speak to them. Yes, but don't let them get this person. At least you again, I offer a minor apology for the tone earlier. I didn't realize what you were up against. Good work in preventing the witches from getting the creature. Better it in the wild than in their hands. Better than... Truman, are you raising a hand?
I have something I want to do, but not this. I don't need to interrupt him.
He
Sorry.
just kind of says, "Very well, I will see you all just before the sunrise. Hopefully you'll have good news. Otherwise, your services will no longer be required."
Bye. Goodbye.
He leaves.
Truman, while he started talking about that, began to craft a message to Luca Saint Delacroix.
Okay.
Looking to hire her services.
I am imagining the first Mission Impossible messaging Job and Max. Like,
What is Job 314?
Is that what the movie was based off, or the book? It's based off a book, right? Yeah.
All right. So, all right, you start messaging that to her. He leaves. So as Truman starts that message, what are you guys doing?
Okay. Now then, we got a little bit of time off our backs, so. This is my personal room. So, how likely is it that I have, say, a bird of prey, for example, just I keep around as a pet?
A bird of prey? Like a
Yeah,
falcon?
like a falcon. Yeah.
Roll a d10.
Near all of your your giant aquarium full of fish.
Yeah, I
Two.
I think
No, I
maybe
don't.
more
I don't.
albatross would be your vibe.
sure, yeah. Hanging albatross
Nah,
on
I
his
don't.
neck. Yes,
I
you.
was just thinking. All right, so I don't have a.
Sadly, you
bird
do
of
not
prey.
have bird of prey.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to go fetch
It's
some other.
it's in your other building. You just don't have one here.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'm gonna go. I think I should
Split up. Use our talents to try to find this thing.
Yeah. I mean, Truman, you've got your ability to search from here. I've got people on the ground, but I'm better out there.
This went about as badly as I think it could have gone.
Oh no, it could have gone way worse.
I suppose that's
None of
true.
us are dead, and he's still alive. You know.
Yeah. Well, we have a clock on our backs now.
We already had that with the monster loose, but anyway, I'm gonna go off to the roof, and I'll fetch a pigeon that's sitting around on the roof.
Okay.
I think we should all take the skies and do what we need to do from there. Try and find this thing.
Sure.
You need to be able to react quickly.
4 helicopters going all over. All right, hold on. Countess is going to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay. Truman, you staying here and searching through Manhattan? Should be cameras
Oh.
everywhere.
I'll do it from the helicopter.
I would have thought the wired line would be faster than.
I blew everything up in this building.
Yeah,
There's nothing
he blew-
functional really in this building.
He blew up his his T1 line.
Oh,
Would it have even
damn.
been a T1
Yeah.
line then? I don't know. Yeah.
Gee.
Gaius,
Well,
where are you gonna go? Johnny and Gaius, where are you guys going?
I will say, I now have a little bit of technical reference because in Snow Crash in 1982, he's talking about fiber optic lines. So that they were aware of them.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the like.
Oh,
the-
we definitely had them in this building before I went ham on them.
Yeah.
You shot like down into the lines. I just shot the internet.
Why'd you kill the internet?
Um,
Wait, what's the internet? We don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna search. I'm going to what is it? I guess I'll go to Queens. I guess
Okay.
contact as many animals as I can to also search around as I pass.
Oh man, no. Then you want to go to the Bronx? You want to go to the Bronx Zoo?
Oh,
Oh, I'll go to Queens. You go to the Bronx.
sure. I'll go there. I'll go to the Bronx.
So Truman
and we
will
all
search
ignore
Queens.
Staten Island.
Gaius
I
will
guess
go
I'm
to the
staying in
Bronx,
Manhattan.
and Johnny will take Manhattan.
Okay.
and that's all the boroughs.
That's all 4 boroughs.
That is all 4 boroughs. There's not another borough. No one would even think to go to another borough because there isn't one.
And he absolutely rolled that the monster ended up in Staten Island.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Then
It's not
send
even in a
Gaius.
borough. It's hiding in the Statue of Liberty on the torch.
What about Teterboro? That's a New Jersey joke, everybody. The point is, we're okay. So you guys are gonna take to the skies. Truman, you said you're gonna make a post for Luca, trying to find her services.
Yes.
I'm going to say the legacy of your 7 successes in searching for her. You do have like her, like, it's this crazy new thing called like a called. Hold on, got to do some research.
Did I find her on AIM?
No. Ah, shit! It started in 97. God damn it.
What about ICQ?
It's more likely to
the
find
string
it
of
on the-
numbers was your ID. You didn't get to make a username.
And I remember ICQ, but no one used ICQ.
Shit.
Damn it.
Oh
We used to-
shit.
I started instant messaging with people on ICQ before AIM came out in junior high.
Really?
Yeah, like AIM came around like
Must
in
have been a
8th
regional
grade.
thing then, because my region was all AIM and no ICQ.
No, she's on something else. I was good.
On
I
the
was.
MySpace page.
She's on IRC. She's on
No.
IRC chat, 100%.
She is on what? She's on a pretty high tech one. It's called Prodigy.
Oh jeez.
Ooh.
You know, I lived through these times. I still don't know what that is.
Prodigy was where it's at. Oh shit! Wow.
You found her Angel Fire page for hiring her?
I think that's too late, man. I think that's too late.
No, that is too late. That's gotta be like 97.
Yeah,
She has
Angel
like
Fire started in
Angel Fire.
96. Yahoo Mail started in 97.
I guess it would be like
This is so fascinating.
a really high-powered assassin to have a GeoCities page or something like that. Surely, just out in the open, my services out there.
Yeah.
No one will believe it.
All the web is the dark web. Okay, so, Truman, you have found her contact, so you can put that request in. You're just doing a general, like, are you doing it through some avatar hidden alias thing, or what are you saying?
I did just see Brandon
I
said
wanna-
you should just say ASL.
ASL.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
say ASL.
Oh god, no.
Do you remember saying POS parent over shoulder? Does anybody remember that?
about that. Oh,
I remember
about
the
To warn people your
acronym,
parent-
but I never had to type that.
To warn them not to say something because your parents were there?
Wow. No, what Truman's gonna do is he's gonna send a message under an alias, but he's basically going to do a anagram of his name. I don't know what that is because I can't think that fast. But he's gonna do an anagram of his name. So it's a very low level alias, but he's gonna basically say something along the lines of, "I enjoyed our gunfights. I don't think that we need to be enemies. Need to talk. When can we meet?"
Net rum.
Yes, Netrum. Yes.
Re-arguments V is an anagram of Truman Graves.
Wow.
That's it.
Um,
Amazing you found that so fast.
I just typed it into
He
an
went,
anagram
he
finder.
went through a anagram finder, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What is it you say to her? I was too busy doing an anagram finder.
I know. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not angry at that. I was saying he basically says, I enjoyed our. I want to say this. I want to say this in code, but I don't know how to say it in code off the top of my head. So I'm basically gonna say I enjoyed our little gunfight, and would love to I enjoyed playing marbles with you. I believe you knocked my ball out last. I don't need a rematch, but perhaps you can teach me some of your skills over coffee. Can we get together tonight and talk about where you got that blue knocker?
Did you
Like,
did
what's
you
your target?
did you message her on Tinder, bro?
I was gonna say this just sounds like
You
it's
messaged
so
her on
just
Tinder,
sounds.
bro.
Yeah.
I bet I like the
Whatever.
idea that Luca is just constantly like, oh, I'm always getting, every time I don't kill someone, I just get a message from him asking me to, if oh, can I take you out for coffee?
No, that seems 100% correct for a sexy French assassin.
Oh, it's so
a
tiresome.
million% that happens to her all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's what you said.
Well,
Okay.
You can use a better analogy.
Like she's
No,
a
no,
Luke
no.
Besson character, right? Like she's
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
or Besson.
She's messing with Besson. Okay.
Oh, that's a good reality show. I would love a Luke Besson reality show where you're following him around on like his next project, messing with Besson.
Messing with Besson. All right, Truman Graves.
If one thing comes out of tonight, it's messing with Besson.
Yeah.
That sells in the room.
It's just I like the idea of a prank show that has only one target. Every episode is only pranking one person. Like, how is this guy not seeing through it? He really thinks he's going to a new restaurant still? Luc Besson.
I'd imagine if anything that setup would have to be we're gonna prank you between this day
Oh,
and
it
this
just gets
day,
darker
he
and
doesn't
darker.
know.
It just gets darker and darker where they start bringing him in to pitch like his dream project.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh. The thing
Well,
he's never got to make.
anyway.
Oh.
Well, okay. All right, so Truman sends that message. Great. That happens. But in the meantime, you guys are going to be taken to the skies.
So yeah.
I
On
think.
the
Oh, go ahead.
right on the way to the helipad, are there any pigeons in or around the helipad at all for me to just, Okay.
A pigeon will be there.
All right. I just want to have him. Let's see. What do I want to do with this pigeon? Find the monster. Yeah, I guess. So. What?
I love this. All right, let's take 4 helicopters, but just to be sure.
Add a pigeon.
Go find him.
I mean, hey.
You're my backup.
It works.
That's an
for,
extra 2 pair of eyes.
Yeah.
It works for Lawrence Fishburne in the John Wick movies.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Do a animal handling manipulation roll.
Mm-hmm. That is 5 plus 3. Okay, 8.
Jesus
4,
Christ.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah. Cobb built a character who's really good at the things he's good at.
Hell yeah. Wow. 9 dice, 8 dice, only 1 success. But I only need to convey what I need to.
Sure.
All right. Bird. I need you to keep your eyes out, fly around the city, look for. I give the rough description of the monster. I've seen it in human form. With tattered clothes. It has to have tattered clothes. All right. And
Okay.
don't look for any of the homeless.
Oh. I was about to say I see one. But I see. Okay. Got it.
Right. All right.
Wait,
Be on
there's a
your
guy
way.
in tattered clothes. He like points a wing down. Gaius, make a perception intelligence roll.
God, I would love if this
Okay.
monster just like walked up to the front of our building right now.
2 zeros, 2 8s. Holy shit.
Wow.
Jesus.
You're really seeing
And then
down
9
to
from
street
5
level.
successes. I look follow the gaze of the bird, and it's like
It's just like a dude wearing like ripped jeans.
more tattered than that. That's just a style thing. I hate that style, but No, you don't know, of course.
I'm looking for style. You know, if you want a bird who can do this, you should have asked for a bird of prey.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I feel like a hawk
But-
could handle this, you know?
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Just be on the lookout for anything that looks weird to you.
Okay. Oh, that guy. He looks at Johnny. Whoa, that guy. He looks at Truman. Guys, are we liking this pigeon comedy? Do you like this business of good pigeon humor?
Man. I feel like it's a little pigeonholed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this pigeon's getting pigeonholed because you're not casting him as Willie Loman. I'll tell you that.
I'll say.
Oh, I would give anything to see this pigeon play Willie Loman now.
Hey, Biff. Hey, Hap.
All right, be on your way. Let me know if they find any monsters. Oh wait.
Now I want this pigeon to do Alec Baldwin's speech from Glengarry Glen Ross. Want nothing but to see this pigeon do all great American theater plays right now.
Put the coffee down. Put the motherfucking coffee down. Coffee's for closers. I am here on a mission of mercy.
How come I came back to Glengarry?
This is what we've
This
asked Philip to-
pigeon apparently wants its big break in theater.
This pigeon comes from Broadway. The Broadway
I'm telling
pigeon.
you,
I
it
mean, we are
doesn't work.
right in Manhattan. We're right off Broadway.
Third prize is you're fired. Oh, I've got your fucking detention now, don't I?
All right, be on your way. And anyway, let us be on your way to find in the 4 boroughs
sends him off.
wherever
Yeah.
this monster is.
Yeah, the
Let us be
only
on our
4
way.
boroughs.
Only 4.
All 4 of New York's boroughs. All right.
I don't
Four
think
of them.
Staten Island was a borough till well into the 2000s.
That makes sense. When was Staten Island a
Don't
borough?
Google it. No, you just trust me.
Oh, it technically still isn't. Only
What is it?
legally, but just not technically.
Isn't legal technical? Is that not?
It is. I was just trying to be. I was trying to pile on to Staten
Trying to be
Island.
tricky.
Fun fact: did you guys know that the outer bridge crossing that connects Staten Island to New Jersey? I'm not looking this up. I'm just looking at a map of Staten Island and seeing the outer bridge crossing. You know what's been hilarious about the outer bridge crossing? It's not called a bridge because it's named for a guy named Outer Bridge.
Oh Jesus!
For there also to be the Outer Bridge.
Yeah, so they were like, we'll call it the outer bridge crossing. Staten Island, baby.
Glad they're not part of our jurisdiction.
Well, I love the idea that you guys
We've
are
handed that up to the-
responsible
we've handed that
for
up to the Newark
upstate,
Menagerie.
but you're just
Yeah.
like, well, all right. So with
We
that,
gave that to the Garden State Menagerie.
oh God, the Braff Menagerie. As you guys get into your helicopters, 4 helicopters for 4 monsters, and you take off into the sky. That is where we're going to end today's session.
I think we are giving Here Be Dragons a run for its money and how little we accomplish in every single section.
I think we're.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
loving it as much.
Here's the thing.
As I-
The past couple were a little slow, just in terms of some stuff. But honestly, up to this point, you guys got through some stuff. These two have just been talking.
We did uncover a complete, conspiracy, and
You
know,
learned about Madrid. Now
And
tonight
you
was
still have-
interesting.
And you still have all that evidence, right?
You mean the non-evidence evidence, the connecting of clues but no actual direct lines? Yeah.
Never mind
the
the
one without
evidence.
any clear
you
motivation.
didn't destroy that at all when
You
you
didn't shoot up your old
scorched earth
computer?
your
Yeah.
computer.
Oh, I can find it again.
I just
still out there.
think that
This is the thing about Al Gore's internet. It all still exists. It always exists.
Al Gore's internet is
Al-
forever.
Al Gore's internet is temporary and bullshit, but my internet is forever.
Oh my
I
God,
made it.
guys! He invented it. Al Gore, and does he was the vice president of Bill Clinton who could play the saxophone, who had rhythm. Al Gore rhythm. He's the algorithm. Oh my God! It goes all the way to the bottom.
Wait.
I want to have a little epilogue to this episode that the Countess, who hates one of her ex-husbands, Monty Silver, who's a Broadway agent, she's going to send the pigeon to Monty for a meeting, just to piss off Monty.
Mind
All
you,
right.
only I understand the pigeon saying Glengarry Glen Ross.
Okay,
Because you're talking
God.
to me.
Yeah, but it's just watching it. It's so
even
compelling.
better. Even the Countess doesn't even know.
Aida.
Aida.
I know it's AB. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember what Aida stands for.
I don't know what it is about that. I don't know what it is about that pigeon, but it's possible. It's just mammoth-esque. I don't know. Something about it.
Oh yeah, it's
Now I
attention,
wanna see-
interest, desire, and action. Attention. I fucking have your attention now, don't I? Oh man, that's a fun speech.
Oh my God. The pigeon's doing cats. Why is it doing cats? Why?
It refuses. That was too scary.
It
It doesn't
refuses
do
to do
horror. Yeah.
I would love for us. No, I would love for us to then go as a group to go see it perform Phantom of the Opera together,
Oh man, it'd still be
which would
running.
100% be what's on Broadway right now.
Oh, it's
in
still
that
running.
movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh wow.
Oh my
It's
God.
weird seeing your own
My
life,
ex,
seeing your own life on stage as you're living it. It's very strange.
my ex-husband does have speak with animals, so
There you go. He could
maybe
do
he'll
it.
understand it.
Oh, because he did that. That's right. He did that all possum production of Our Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
Well, he
possum
also
actress
wanted to
playing
really have
Emily
a cat on a
Baker.
hot tin roof, as I recall.
interesting that you cast didn't cast any cats.
No.
Wow. Well,
Cats are so unreliable. Have you ever
really
tried
are.
to do any theater with a cat?
no, I wouldn't. I would never do. Yeah. Man.
Oh,
But we
God.
can really make these Broadway jokes all day.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, thank you all for being here. This was a lot of fun. And I'm really just happy to see everybody in play and continue doing so over this time. We will have a session of Dreamland's I say a mystery every time. Dreamland's Theater of the Mind begins its first actual storyline tomorrow with the very, very exciting first chapter of, I think we're just calling this game MEI, because unlike REI, it's just magical equipment incorporated.
Yep.
So join us for MEI. I may do like a big lore dump on the Discord about that game. And I'll talk about that a fair bit tomorrow as well. So we're going to do those. Then we are off on Wednesday and Friday because of Thanksgiving. But we'll be back 1 week from tonight with more of this monster stuff. The monsters will be in 4 separate helicopters, so this will be theoretically our most helicopter-centric one yet. So,
I think we can do better.
I mean, we probably can. So yeah, please join us for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, the wiki to see all these games intersect. Also, follow these wonderful people on their channels, on their socials, in their lives. Just not in real life though. Don't. If you see someone in real life, don't follow
please
them.
don't.
But check out all the stuff they're getting up to. Would anyone like to plug anything, mention anything for this week? I know it is Thanksgiving week, so
Yeah, I mean, I think Andrew is still here in chat, so he can refute me
Oh,
and rebuke me.
Hi,
if
Andrew.
This is not true. But I believe Andrew and I will be continuing to play some Dragon Age: The Veilguard on Tuesday. And as far as, look, I don't know why it's in my brain as the thing to recommend. Maybe it's still kind of leading off of like Truman's Madness Uncovering a Conspiracy. I feel like it's not in my list, so I don't know so I don't think I've recommended this before because I've been keeping a list to try and not repeat myself. But I'm going to recommend The Ninth Gate
oh, sure.
with
yeah.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's right.
Johnny Depp back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna recommend was it
Has,
Glenn Ross?
I do kind of want to recommend it just because of the end. Yeah.
Watch the thing we referenced. Yeah.
But there also is something about like being in the boardroom that
Yeah.
feels like there's a lot of conversations like that in The Ninth Gate.
I think that's.
But The Ninth Gate is a fascinating movie about uncovering, devil worshipping conspiracies.
Yeah.
It has a line I love so much that it's like great and bad, which is there's nothing more reliable than a man whose loyalty can be bought for hard currency.
There you go. Well, there you go. If you want to watch a movie made by some problematic people,
Yep, it's real hard.
check out The Ninth Gate.
That's right. It's a Roman Polanski movie too.
That's
damn it.
that's the main one
boy.
I'm referencing.
Oh,
I'm not
boy.
gonna tell you not
I
to.
forgot that.
I'm not gonna tell you not to recommend Roman Polanski movies. I'm just gonna say the word problematic. so I
No,
uncover-
you should. You should 100%. Fuck, I forgot
Yeah.
that. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There you go.
Redacted. I recommended Redacted. Jesus.
That's a movie, right? Isn't that a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh, fuck me.
I think Redacted is a movie.
Is Jake
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal also problematic?
Is he? Maybe.
No,
I think he just dislikes Jake Gyllenhaal.
he just seems to have really been.
Oh,
cruel to
no,
Taylor Swift
he's
based off
not.
of all the songs she
No.
wrote.
Redacted is a movie, but it's a Brian De Palma movie. But it's
That's fine.
it's a really dark movie, but I didn't see it.
Okay. Then
and-
if somehow you've never watched Brian De Palma's Mission Impossible, just watch the emailing scene. 'Cause
That's
what
the
happens tonight.
reference. Oh man. Well, in that note, I feel.
Well, either of you two doing anything, Jed, Anna, before I suck out all the oxygen out of the room?
I will change gears and give you a Manzukis.
Oh.
True Manzukis. Man on the Inside. I just started watching it literally tonight.
Great. I'm watching that with my parents now. Yeah, I think we're like
with
3 or
Ted
4
Danson.
in. It's so good.
It is actually. This is probably one of the best Thanksgiving TV shows you can watch with your family. It takes place in an old person home. It's Ted Danson. It's funny,
but but not in the way you think. There's a very interesting way in. I think it's based on a true story. I'm sure
is it really?
I think it's aggressively
Pretty
heightened,
good.
but I think the core concept of it is, and it's a Mike Schur show as well. So if you like The Good
Mike
Place
Schur.
and
Yeah.
and Parks and Rec and all that stuff, and you'll see a lot of familiar faces from those shows. In fact, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It also has Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine
Which
in an
now
almost unrecognizable role.
Well, what's funny
Oh, wow.
is
Stephanie Beatrice?
that's also a
He's the
Mike Schur
director.
show. I keep forgetting. He also made Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But what's funny is Stephanie Beatrice is in this. Everything except Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is what she's actually like. The thing she's most famous for is she's doing a completely different voice and not at all. Yeah, in this she's just really doing much more close to her normal vibe. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a fun one. Check that out. Well, thanks guys for being here. Much more to come of this, for sure, on all these games and all this stuff. And Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that we have this place to just goof around and do dumb things like this. I'm just gonna say that.
Too.
Indeed. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Until next time, don't forget that every helicopter has another helicopter inside of it. All the
Does
way
it?
down. Yeah. In its heart. And also literally inside of it that can bust out as like an awesome helicopter to a mini helicopter. Because, yeah. Okay, good night, everyone.